Tokenizing real-world assets. This is one of the biggest trends in blockchain and crypto right now. Want to know how to make your assets more liquid? Or how to become a co-owner of a multi-million-dollar piece of art? Then it's time to dive into real-world asset tokenization, or RWA. First, let's break it down. What is it? By the way, if you already know, drop a comment below and tell us. In a nutshell, it's the process of turning a physical asset into digital tokens on a blockchain. These digital tokens represent a share or ownership rights to that real asset. Tokenization boosts an asset's liquidity by creating a record of ownership on a blockchain ledger. How does it work? Imagine you own a piece of real estate. Let's say a country house in Texas. Real estate is an illiquid asset. Selling it can take forever. You can't just split it into pieces and sell them off. But you can tokenize it. Tokenization lets you divide this property into small shares and trade them. But let's dig a little deeper. You can't just create tokens and be done with it. It all starts with the legal side. First, you need to turn that house in Texas into traditional securities, like shares, that prove ownership. Only a legal entity can issue these shares. So, if you have a company, like a joint stock company, you put this house under its name and issue shares for it. Or you transfer the management rights of your property to special funds that issue these shares for you. Next comes the second part, the technical side, token issuance. Once the shares are issued, you can tokenize them, creating a digital copy of the real asset on a blockchain. You can use any public blockchain for this. Most people choose major platforms, but technically you can use any blockchain that lets you create a token. But just creating a token isn't the end of the story. For it to start its new life in the crypto world and become a tradable asset, you need to take more steps, like getting it listed on exchanges, adding liquidity, and so on. Does it sound interesting? Let us know in the comments, and we'll make a dedicated video about it. By the way, forecasts suggest that tokenized real estate market could reach $4 trillion by 2035. So, if you're an investor, I've got good news! Tokenization opens up a huge world of investments. It makes any market more accessible, because you don't need a huge amount of money to buy a piece of an asset. And overall, it makes the entire market more liquid. What else can you tokenize besides real estate? Well, pretty much any asset. Intellectual property, natural resources, company shares, financial assets, precious metals, art, you name it. Speaking of art, in 2024, the global art market was worth $57.5 billion. Can investors make money here? Absolutely, by taking part in shared ownership of art pieces. And unlike traditional investing, you can use modern blockchain tech. Tokens are sold to investors who can then hold them in their crypto wallets and buy or sell them on specialized exchanges just like any other crypto asset. This has already been done with paintings like Banksy Morons in 2021, Mike Winkelmann's Every Day's The First 5,000 Days, and even Da Vinci's Mona Lisa. And this is just the beginning. In one of our next videos, we'll talk about tokenizing real assets for business. Now, what about our Cellframe blockchain? It's a great platform for tokenizing assets because technically it's much simpler and cheaper to issue a token with us than on other blockchain platforms with smart contracts. You don't need to deploy a smart contract, which is a very expensive and labor-intensive process in itself. We issue new tokens using special decrees that contain all the emission data. We have specific commands for this. But besides the simplicity of token issuance, we have another key advantage: post-quantum security for your assets, guaranteed for every token issued on the CF protocol. Subscribe to our channel. We explain cryptic concepts in simple terms and show you how we implement them in Cellframe.